I'm on EDT, bro.
Hey.
That's why.
Hey.
I asked them to confirm whether or not what I was hearing was true, knowing it was true, that SNAP benefits are not coming next month. And she said, yeah, no, you're right, they're not coming. I said, okay, well, I hadn't heard anything, confirming what I'm hearing, so I was just calling to check. And she said, you're not going to hear anything. And I said, well, why? And she said, well, your local DSS are trying to figure out what's going on, but the state DSS is not planning on telling anybody what's going on.
So an employee, he works at Walmart, said he had to leave work yesterday. He had to leave work because they are already acting a fool and cutting up in Walmart. They said that people were everywhere in Walmart. I don't know what exact location this was, but he said the Walmart that he was working at, they already started stealing out the stores. So they came in and ambushed the stores. They were stealing everything. Said they was tearing the store up. Say they was out in the back of the store getting stuff.
There and have a big family meeting about how the holidays is motherfucking canceled.
Alright, now y'all done seen that, y'all done heard that. They're telling everybody that basically November 2025 EBT is canceled. Canceled. All I've been seeing on my TikTok feed, all I've been seeing all over Facebook, viral videos per YouTube, everybody going ballistic. They saying how they about to purge. If they kids can't eat off a SNAP, they gonna go in these stores and they about to start taking the fucking food and just walking out. Do I recommend that? No. I don't recommend anybody go in the store and just take the food. But I ain't gonna lie. If I see somebody running out of the store with a cart full of food for their kids and I'm there and an employee come running past me, I might just put my leg out and trip them. I might just, get in the way on purpose and try to pivot and maneuver to make sure they got a little extra time to get out the store. Because this is crazy. Like, I had to think about it. Like, I wasn't directly affected by, the government shutdown and the SNAP thing. So I wasn't thinking about that. But I started thinking about the people I do know who rely on stamps, that some people are really not going to have any food this Thanksgiving and possibly Christmas. And this is the holiday for those of you who celebrate, I do get festive. We do, do a family gathering, but it's not like how others do. Like, I'm not like the top celebration, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. These are not my holidays. These are not my holidays. These are holidays that was given to a lot of people who want to celebrate them. And that's your prerogative, right? But my thing is, prepare. Get some salmons, get some tunas, get some crackers, get some bologna, cheese, cold cuts, peanut butter and jelly, do a little, swapping out this month. You know what I'm saying? Hit a food pantry if you have to. Don't be ashamed. It's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. So go and get you some food from the food pantry if you need to go to the food pantry. Ask, someone who is reliable. Can you borrow a little couple $100? Spend that money. That money y'all was saving up for Christmas, this big holiday that really is not also y'all holiday, where y'all just funding the market before it closed down and starts a new year. Yeah, they're just taking your money and trying to tax you. So what you need to do is say, you know what, I'm going to pause out on all these gifts, all this gift giving, all the stuff I promised this person, that person, this person for Christmas. That might have to be out the door. Go ahead and go get you some food with that money. Go get you some food. And the money that come later that you don't got right now, that you probably going to need later, or, whatever the case may be, that money in the cut that you saving, go ahead and put it on some food. You got to eat. People are panicking, and I get it, People didn't plan for this, But it's just like, you have to understand, nothing is certain. Life ain't certain, okay? Life ain't certain. So putting all your eggs in one basket and heavily depending on the SNAP program only, and then thinking that it's a time to, because it's a holiday, it's a time to feast. Or I'm going to get this big shopping cart. I'm going to use my SNAP and I'm going to get this big shopping cart and I'm about to get all of this food and I'm going to get all of these goods and I'm going to make a nice big dinner. That sounds great, right? But in hindsight, you're spending all of your money for one day. Cooking all the ribs, cooking all the seafood, cooking all the pork chops, cooking all the chicken, cooking all the ham, cooking all the everything you got for the one day. And that's not smart, y'all. is supposed to last y'all the whole month. The people who get their SNAP, who heavily rely on SNAP, you need to be resourceful. Like, set a budget. If you get $800, you got $200 each week. I get it if, you may not have it. You might have to spend $300 in 1 week. It is what it is. But the point is, you're supposed to be stretching that out the best you can. It ain't all for one day. So as far as this going down, and y'all see what they're doing, that holiday's out the door. Out the door, especially Thanksgiving. I don't know about Christmas. I don't know how long it's going to go on. I really don't know what the decision factors are going on, like what decision factors are happening right now and going on to make this decision take any more longer. I do know, per hubby, what he told me and what he, has said the congressionals are doing and how the Democrats are holding it up because they want, all these millions and millions of dollars for foreign aid and stuff like health care for the foreigners in this country. What? I gotta pay for healthcare. You know how much my dentist, I go to the dentist. I get my mouth routinely looked in. I gotta pay for that. Like cash, like money. Like sometimes if it gets to thousands, I might have to finance some shit. So what we talking about getting them free healthcare? So I can understand why it's shut down, but plan. Like everybody does not need to panic. They're pushing for this purge. They're pushing for this, whether it's purging of the employees, like the Democrats and stuff, that they want you all to go out and ally and root and say, fire them, fire them. The news ain't really telling y'all, but these people are holding it up because they want to get foreign aid. When we don't even got them, if they're telling us our temporary needy families, our SNAP recipients, if they're telling you that they can't feed y'all, what makes y'all think we should be going to spend $40 million in another country? One on cha-cha classes, one on medical. We need to spend that money in the United States. Hello? And I understand allies. Like, this is a $20 million budget, and this is all we can afford to give as America. All of you all. We got 10 million, for this country and maybe 5 million for y'all and, another 2.5 million for you and a 2.5 million for you. You gotta do something to make your allies. I understand that. But when we're talking 40 millions, billions of dollars, absolutely not. So the Democrats are really what's holding this up. Y'all need to get on TikTok, y'all favorite, touchy app, and y'all need to rally and put in those words to make it go viral that the Democrats are holding up the motherfucking SNAP for the people who need SNAP. Don't get on there complaining and the government shut down and da. Y'all have to get to the root of issues. People never want to get to the root of an issue. Get to the root of the issue. Find out what you really need to go after, right? And when you get there, voice your concerns. Contact the government and say, we want those. What's the names of those Democrats? Allie McRae? This person, that person? All right, get them out of here. They gotta go. They got to go because they're holding up the needy families who need the assistance. What are we talking about? So, y'all, I know sometimes it seems like when there's a panic going on, people get irrational. I understand. And do I agree 100%? Do I even disagree 100%? No and no. But what I'm saying is I don't advocate for people going in the stores trying to catch criminal charges behind something that's been shut down. That's a government program. It is supposed to be here for you. They say, the taxpayers are what the government funds the government, the county building. But y'all still collecting taxes in the shutdown, but then telling people that they can't get SNAP. Meanwhile, WIC, TANF, Medicaid, and a whole bunch of other government programs are still on and rolling. Not that I want them to stop, but if those are still able to be allocated for October, November, December, because remember, October is the fourth quarter, of the year. Y'all let people get October, but y'all said November, December excluded? I think the fuck not. It's they playing on y'all, and they really are using the people in order to try and get an answer. But what y'all need to do, instead of saying the government, and instead of, igniting a purge and possible martial law because they want people to come out here and do asset protection for these stores, these giant companies, Walmart, etc., who don't want to lose hundreds, thousands, and possibly millions of dollars depending on how long it lasts, for people deciding that they're going to go loot. And we all know that in states like California and New York and certain ones, there's a threshold for if you're going to get arrested for some larceny. They're not just going to take you to jail because you stole some stuff. They're going to let you live. They're going to have to find you. They're going to investigate. Chicago as well, you know. They're going to take their time to get you. They're not going to just arrest you on sight because of that. If you get out of there or they're told like not to stop these people, what are you going to do? You can't do nothing. You're going to have to go with the flow. You're going to have to look in the cameras, try to identify the person, put them out, you know, for the public to try to see, you know, so they're publicly shamed. Hopefully, you know, y'all can get some names and then y'all go issuing warrants to people's addresses and stuff like that. It's a time frame, right? So just prepare yourselves and be smart about what you're going to do. What you're going to do, I'm not going to be able to be in every store, you know what I'm saying, walking out with my fully paid for cart while I'm putting my leg out and trying to trip the worker for you because you're running out. I can't do it for everybody now. But what I'm saying is, please pay attention. Pay attention to what's really going on, like the bigger picture. Like what you feel, you got to remember you're one person in this world. Your feelings cannot attest for everything else that's going on in the world. You need to overlook your feelings and go a little higher and above that and start using your brain to think like, well, what really? And if I do this and that, calculate them decisions, y'all. Because y'all saying y'all going to steal for y'all kids, but some states aren't playing that. They're going to lock your ass up. And if it's over 500, that's above petty larceny. Now you're looking at grand larceny. And remember, y'all got kids. So that's all I'm saying. I just want, you know, put that little PSA out there, let people know we understand and we feel y'all who are frustrated about the snap, but don't go making dumb decisions because y'all can enact some lifelong changes in the United States government that we don't have any control over moving forward. That's all. All right, peace out, y'all.
I'm on EDT, bro.
Hey.
That's why.
Hey.